Hi. Hello, it's Maya. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna cut straight to the point and just say this video is very obviously like a life update, but it's not going to be the most happiest of things. Definitely nothing about what happened was happy. I also don't want to just like sit here and be like a negative Nancy because I guess like in the long run, everything that's kind of gone on, like I've had enough time to like process it. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know pretty much what happened. I guess shameless plug here. I guess the weird thing about this is that I had actually recorded this video a week ago today, and literally in that time, everything that I said in that video has just been completely flipped around, switched around, I don't know the right saying. Everything's been turned on its head, that's the saying. And everything that I was talking about in that video is pretty much irrelevant now. And that just goes to show you like how quickly things can change. And then after this, what happened, I wanted to film this video and just like, give a little update and say like what the fuck happened. And I was a blabbering mess during that video, and I was trying so hard to like not cry even though I was fucking bawling my eyes out. Like I was gonna edit it and just like cut out everything, and I was like, I just can't I can't post this. I'll probably insert like a clip from one of the points because like it is like sentimental, but yeah, you will see me fucking sobbing. So just a heads up on that. Ugh. Sorry, I know I'm like holding everything off. It's just like I don't know how to like exactly say this and like segue into it, but I do just want to say like right away, I have kind of like come to terms with it. I've had time to process it. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna cry. I want to cry, I can feel it coming, but I'm not going to. So to get into this fucking finally, I thought I would be okay to talk about it, but now I realize I should not have done a full face. Maybe I just need to like get this a little bit out. Okay, give me a second. Okay, fuck. I'm sorry. I really genuinely did not think I was going to cry during this. I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. It's hard to say. Alright, I'm just gonna blurt it out. Like a week ago today, my cat, Cassio, ended up passing away unexpectedly. Okay, that's like the hardest part that I had to get out. I think everything from now on should be like kind of smooth sailing. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. But anyways, okay, yes, that happened. It was completely unexpected. He did not show any signs of being in pain, being distressed, anything like that. He's always been a very like yelly, talkative, whiny cat. Very annoying. But whenever something was wrong with him, like we always knew. Like I would have known if something was like wrong with him, you know? So the fact that like what happened really like just caught me off guard. I had a good mental breakdown. Like I said, I've come to terms with it. Of course, it's not anything to like be happy about or just kind of like brush off. I'm still gonna be like sad about it and everything, because this is the second cat I've lost in 2 years, so we really don't know what happened. The vet basically said that his guess was that it was just like a random cardiac arrest, heart failure, something along those lines. He may have had like an underlying heart condition. We don't know. I guess a lot of these things just go undetected, and I guess it's kind of common for cats or animals or whatever to just kind of suddenly have like heart failure and die, which I don't know. Yeah, he was fine. He was completely okay up until like the last like 30 minutes of his life, which that is the one thing that kind of like, obviously I don't feel good about it, but like it makes me feel better because he was such a sweet little idiot. Fuck, dude, come on. Get it together. He was such like a sweet little idiot. So like, if he would have gone like in pain, that would have been the absolute worst. Because with my other cat, Akira, I know she went through a lot before she went. Fuck. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't want to be this fucking person. God damn it, I did not want to cry. Fuck. I guess that's like the one thing that like brings me peace, I guess. Because he was like the sweetest little fucking annoying crybaby ass cat, and all he wanted to do was just like hide and cuddle and scream at you. And I'm just glad that he didn't have to go through any kind of pain because I mean, like, obviously no animal deserves that, but like especially him. So the fact that it was quick, just like, I feel good about that. So basically what happened was, oh god. The thing that sucks the most is like, I had just bought both of them, like him and Elwyn, collars and name tags, and they just came like the day before. So, that was fun. I bought him a little yellow collar, because I was like, oh, he's a softie, like of course he's gonna have yellow. Like, Elwyn got black, because she's fucking feisty. Yeah, like that's just how sudden it was. I woke up that morning, he was his normal cuddly self.
What?
dude was licking me on the face, doing his annoying purring thing. Went to work, and I came back home at like 7 something, took a bath. I think I probably crawled into bed at like 9:50 or something like that, and literally not even like a minute later, my mom's like knocking on my door, and I'm like, okay. So I get up and I answer it, and she's like, something's wrong with Cass, and I'm like, what do you mean something's wrong with Cass? So I go into my parents' room, and like I just knew right away because he was howling. He was at the end of my parents' bed, and my dad was like right next to him, like with his hand on his back, and he was just like, I've seen him in pain before because he went to the hospital before when he was probably like 2 years old or something like that for like, you know, kidney stones, because that's also common in male cats especially. So like I've seen him in pain before, but this was completely different, and I didn't know what the fuck was happening. He was in this weird stance where like, he's a big boy, he was 20 pounds, but his entire body was like basically just like pressed flat against the carpet, and then his front arms were like out like this, like he was like gripping the floor, and he had his head turned to the side and kind of just like tucked down, and he wasn't looking at anybody, and he was just like howling, like that yowl that cats do. And so I kind of like went to like touch him because I wanted to see like, you know, where he was having pain at, and it was like all I would do was just like graze the top of his head, and he like cowered back into himself and just like screamed even louder. And like my boy's got some big teeth, like he has some chompers, but he's never bitten us before. But I know that when cats are in pain or in distress or whatever, like they can do that. So I told my mom, I was like, grab some gloves for me please, so I can like winter gloves or whatever, so I can like, you know, touch him and like see what the fuck is going on. I wanted to like try to like touch his sides and see like, okay, like is it his stomach, is it his chest, his legs, is it his head? I wanted him to like look up and like stare at me. He was not moving. It was like complete dead weight. So I was like, I have to take him into the fucking emergency vet because, you know, it was like 10 o'clock at night at this point, and I was like, I have to take him in. So we got the carrier and we got the blanket. I also knew that something was fucked because he will fight going into that carrier because he doesn't like it. Like I said, picking him up, I couldn't even like, the only reason I really couldn't even get him into the fucking carrier, like the only reason why I struggled was because he was like such dead weight and 20 pounds, and I didn't want to pick him up and cause him any more pain. But I tried like getting him in there, and he wasn't going. Like he wasn't like getting up and like walking on his own to get out, to get into the cage. And I didn't want to put him in like head first, so I kind of like, you know, grabbed him by his back end. As I'm lifting his back end to put him into the carrier, he starts pooping. And I'm like, okay, he's fat. He has had issues with like eating too much and like throwing up or whatever. He has had issues before of like eating hair, as we know. I think I posted a video just like within the last month of him fucking eating hair and it, you know, like getting stuck in his poopy hole. So in my head, I was like, okay, he probably either ate something that he shouldn't have and clogged himself up, or he's just really constipated and it's putting him in a lot of pain. That was what I was thinking because I'm like, nothing's gone wrong since then. Like, he's been fine. So we get him into the carrier. My mom and I get in my car and we drive to the emergency vet. And like on the way there, I'm calling them, letting them know what's going on. On the way there, he was doing his little like scared me out, so he does, because he doesn't like driving either. I'm telling you, he's the definition of a fucking scaredy cat. But then he got silent at one point, and I was like, okay, like I started like kind of shaking the cage a little bit. I was like, you need to wake the fuck up, thank you. He finally meowed again. We get there, and I open up the car doors, and as I'm like waiting for like the vet technician, nurse, whatever the fuck you want to call her, as I'm waiting for her to come out, I'm like sitting on the passenger side where I put him. He didn't look like he was in any pain at all. Like he looked at me like how he normally does, with his like a scared little look on his face, like he always has, but kind of like he was comforted too. I didn't like see any kind of like distress or pain in his eyes, which also makes me feel good. But that also is what like really caught me off guard, because I was just like, what the fuck? So anyways, vet whatever comes out, vet technician assistant comes out and asks me the questions again. We go over everything. I tell her like, you know, this is just happened out of fucking nowhere. Literally, like, he was fine up until like 15 minutes ago. And so she's like, okay, like we'll take him in, whatever. And then we go and we park outside because obviously we can't go in because of COVID and all that shit. So my mom and I are parked outside, and they had told us like, okay, like we'll like the vet's gonna like call you and like keep you updated on like what's happening, what's going on. So then like 5 minutes later, all of a sudden the vet is like outside of my car door, and I'm like, what the hell? And I rolled the window down, and he said that he had stopped breathing and that he had no heartbeat and that they were doing CPR, and he was asking me like if I wanted them to continue doing CPR, and I'm like, well, yes. I mean, I know they have to ask that question, but the thing also is like, on the way there, like why I called, they were like, do you give us permission to do CPR if anything were to happen? And I'm like, yeah, duh. Yeah, he was like, do you want us to continue doing it? And I was like, yes. So then I guess they had done it for like a total of like 15 minutes, and they just like could not get a pulse, anything like that. So we're obviously in the car, we have no idea what's going on, and he comes out and he's just like, you know, he's gone, I'm sorry, like, we couldn't do anything. Both my mom and I are just, like, dumbfounded, because we're like, what the fuck, like, this just came out of nowhere. And so I was asking him, I was like, do you know, like, what could have caused this? I was like, what exactly happened? I was like, I didn't want to blame him or anything, because I know, like, it's their job to fucking help animals. I wasn't gonna be like, what did you do? But I was like, what exactly happened? I was like, because he looked fine when he was in that carrier in my car. He basically said that, like, when they took him inside and put the carrier down and opened it up, I guess the minute they, like, grabbed him to pull him out, he kind of did, like, this gasping breath of air that I guess animals do right before they pass away. And then he just, like, laid down and just stopped breathing. So, yeah, that kind of hit me like a fucking shit ton of bricks. So, that sucked. And like I said, I had just bought them fucking collars literally the day before. Their little name tags came in a few days later, which that is where I started fucking bawling my eyes out when I got them in the mail, because I was like, oh god. I just ordered them name tags, so. Oh fuck. I'm gonna take Elowen's off first, because that's gonna hurt less. Obviously, I'm gonna put this on her later. Stop being cute. You're not helping. I mean, you kind of are, but come here. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, this fucking sucks. Elowen, come here. Elowen. Come here. I have a present for you. Well, I'm gonna need your collar first. Do you like it? I mean, you better, because, you know. Where'd you go? Oh, come here. Come on. Come on, I gotta put your collar back on, you fucking asshole. Come on. Come on. Oh, what's this? Oh, God. She's kind of confused by it. Elowen looks cute as fuck with hers on, but yeah, obviously Cass can't wear his, so I put his on this necklace that I have of, it's like a vial with my other cat Akira's, like, fur in it, so it's kind of like a symbolic thing, like, oh, they're together again. Because even though, like, I have Elowen now, in all honesty, the only reason that I got Elowen, I mean, obviously I love animals, but the only reason that I had gotten Elowen was because him and my old cat Akira had, like, such, like, a tight bond. They were always playing, they were always cuddling, they were always, like, irritating the shit out of each other. And when she passed away, I could just tell he was just, like, he didn't know what the fuck to do with himself all day. And so that was why I had gotten Elowen, because I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna get you, like, another companion cat so that you have somebody to, like, cuddle with and fuck around with again. But, like, they never really had that, like, bond. They've slept next to each other, yeah, but mostly it was kind of like a little sister annoying big brother type thing. Whereas with Akira and Cass, it was like him kind of annoying her, and then her, like, also just being like, okay, I guess I love you. So yeah, it's kind of symbolic. So that's what happened there. Like I said, I mean, obviously I fucking cried about it here, so it's just hard to talk about, but, like, you know, time heals all wounds, and it wasn't like how it was with Akira, where Akira went through, like, so much fucking pain. He just kind of tapped out and was like, I'm done with this shit, bye. He was very well loved, taken care of, and happy until the end, so that is that. That is just my little update. I just needed to scream about that for a bit and let you guys know what's going on, why, you know, I might not be mentioning him in any further videos, or why you guys won't be seeing him. He is not here. The other thing was that in the other update video, I had mentioned that I was talking about moving out. I had this whole plan of moving out and, you know, having a little whole roommate situation thing, and that got flipped the fuck on its head because, I mean, I'm not gonna go into it because it involves other people, and I'm not gonna be that person who, like, puts other people's information on blast and everything. But yeah, basically that's just not working out. Some other things are possibly in play. I have no idea at this point. Right now, honestly, my main focus is just doing me. I need to work. I need to make money, I need to do YouTube, I need to get back into the things that make me happy. It's my favorite time of year. I'm not going to let any of this bullshit ruin it. So, cat died, was supposed to move out, now that's not happening. Who knows what the fuck's gonna end up happening. And then I guess the very last thing that I was complaining about in the video before was that I was contemplating for the longest time, literally 2 years, on whether or not to buy a second camera for my YouTube channel, because the one that I wanted was about $600. And that very day, like I bought it a week ago today, which is when everything happened with Cass. That very day I was debating back and forth, like, do I buy it, do I not? It's a lot of money, that's a lot of money to invest in one thing. And then I was kind of like, fuck it, I have the money, right? And then of course, you know, you gotta pay a vet bill now, which thankfully the vet bill is not as bad as it could have been, but either way, yeah, it's kind of like unfortunate time with fucking everything. That's the other thing that fucking sucks. Like, when I was talking about the whole moving out thing, like, Cass dying was kind of like a determining factor of like, okay, I'm probably not going to do this. But also, like, I know I didn't cause anything, but you do still kind of feel that guilt a little bit because, you know, when I was talking to my parents about it, I was like, I don't know what to do because I don't know if I should bring both of the cats or just one or like what the pet policy exactly is because I was going to be moving in with other people who already had a pet and there's like a 2-limit pet policy or whatever, and I was like, I can't just leave one and take the other, like, and then I was talking to my mom and I was like, I feel guilty because, like, what if something happens when I'm gone and when I move out? And then, like, 3 days later, something happens. And it's, like, a big series of unfortunate events that I'm gonna get the fuck over. And, yeah, I did not mean for this video to be this long. I kind of apologize for that, but at the same time, just giving you a little life update. That being said, I don't want to step away from YouTube anytime soon. I've actually been enjoying what I'm doing, but I would like to enjoy what I'm doing more, which is why I did buy the second camera, because it's a little bit better quality than this one. We're gonna see, we'll find out. It'll be easier to vlog things and just like take it with me if I want to go places. It's a lot more compactable. Is that the word? Whatever. That's basically everything. I know I made it kind of sound like a lot, but it's really not. Just a few stressful things at once. So yeah, you know, I coped with it. I went on my drinking bender with my boyfriend for like 5 days straight, or 4 days straight. Had a good insomniac episode. I got no fucking sleep for like those 4 days. That was bad. But I think, you know, we're getting back on track now. It sucks, but life moves on, and I'm gonna show you Eloin now because she looks stupidly cute with her fucking collar and her little name tag. So give me 1 second. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you're so cute, aren't you? With your stupid little face. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really even tell because she's a crackhead, right? Aren't you? Yeah, you have boogers in your nose, of course. I don't know, I'll probably just like insert a picture of it, but yeah, hi! I could also kind of tell in the first few days that she knew something was up, probably because I came home and started sobbing and hugging her, so. But no, she's doing good. Right? You're still chasing chipmunks and pissing me off? She has been spending more time with me though, which I mean she always has, but like, she's really been sleeping in my room a lot more than normal, right? Okay. You can go on now. You're getting fur all over my makeup. I don't appreciate it. Would you go? So yeah, I think that is everything. I'm sorry if this was kind of depressing, but also that's life. I don't know how to really end this because I don't want to be like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, I guess I hope you guys have a good day, and I'm gonna go get my shit started, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.